And Felix here. Did the government lie to us about what's happening with small banks? Last week on Monday, the government told us that there were outflows of small banks of only $1 billion. And the market bounced on that because that was good news. And I just looked at the same data, and you know what it says? Minus 50 billion. So my surprise was like, what, they adjust deposit data? Isn't that pretty hard data? Isn't that like, that's not a survey, is it? That's just like fact. Either you got the money or you don't. How can that change by $50 billion? How is that possible? And it makes me question all of the data. And what does it actually mean? Well, small banks are still losing money at a surprisingly large rate. And that means they're going to have to start to compete for deposits, because large banks are also losing money, deposits, because money market funds pay much more interest than large banks or small banks. Now, the big banks are not going to pay you any more interest. They don't really need to. They don't really need your deposits. But the small banks need your deposits to survive. So if they start competing with higher interest rates, what happens here? Good for consumers? Well, yes and no. It makes those banks unprofitable, and they're already not great businesses. And I think that's also really why you're seeing these bank stocks, these regional bank stocks, just not getting any better, because they're caught between a rock and a really hard place, which is essentially either we lose all deposits and we need a bailout, or we try to attract deposits by paying higher interest rates, in which case we lose money, in which case we need a bailout down the road. So that's essentially where we are. So this banking crisis, this isn't over, this isn't solved. Like, they haven't fixed the fundamental problem that regional banks are poor businesses. And they haven't got enough money leaving all banks to go into higher interest paying money market funds. And quite frankly, that's what I would recommend. Obviously not financial advice and all that, but you know, why the heck do you have money, cash sitting around that pays you basically nothing when you can get 5, 6, 7% with relatively safe money market funds? So this story that we're being told, that the banking crisis is over, is a load of nonsense. And the JP Morgan CEO said last week, the banking crisis isn't over, this is sort of the beginning. And then he came out on Friday saying, oh no, the banking crisis is over, it's all handled. This will be that, this will be it. And if one more little bank fails, then that'll definitely be it. And I suspect that somebody probably sat on him because that's not a statement the government or anybody in the finance industry wants you to have out there. But he was honest when he said that this thing isn't over yet, and it's fairly rare for him to be honest, I think. So that's our view on that. Now, Winston isn't too perturbed about that. There he is, he's just sniffing around, and we're enjoying this beautiful day in Monaco. All I'd say to you, if you haven't already signed up for the masterclass tomorrow, felixfrancelog.com/wealth, still got a couple of spots available. We're also giving away $500 cash actually on that masterclass to nudge you, to encourage you to want to learn and get yourself out of that rut. That's what we're all about. So check that out, felixfrancelog.com/wealth, and thanks for tuning in. And remember, if you put anything in the comment down below that's half sensible, you are also entering our automatic weekly raffle. We just gave away today Apple TVs, $1,500 worth of subscriptions, and much more goodies. So put a comment down below in the first 30 minutes of this video. Thanks for watching.